so this is just my really quick, fast recap and reaction to the new Insecure. Okay, short of the fight between Molly and Issa, this encounter between Lawrence and Issa was also something I've been waiting for. And all I have to say is, fuck Lawrence and fuck the nice guy. Okay, the dreaded nice guy. So for those of you who don't know, there's like fuck boys and there's nice guys. The nice guy is the one who's always, he's never in the wrong. You know, he never breaks up with you, but he lets you go. And I've encountered a few of the nice guys, and they're, to me, far worse than the ones that just kind of admit they're assholes. So the episode, like, she really is thinking that she lost this, like, amazing guy, and he's, like, this perfect person, and she was the one to blame, or she holds, like, 90% of the blame, and I don't like that. And I don't like that he takes no responsibility. Like, he's always like, okay, like, I'll go with the flow, like, but I'm not responsible. I'm just nice. I'm just gonna go along with what you say. And, you know, I don't know. Like, first of all, like, Lawrence to me is the prototype for the nice guy. Like, nothing's ever his fault. Like, he's just a polite gentleman to the point where it's almost like he can't be the one to say, I'm done, because that would just kind of, I feel like, ruin how he sees himself, which, the other thing too is, my final note is,
hey folks, I know this is gonna sound really, really weird. And trust me, it's something I didn't expect. So I was frustrated, so I was going through all the Insecure reviews, right, to see exactly what other people's take on the last episode was, right? So I'm scrolling through and I'm listening to different chicks go through different scenarios, especially the point about Condola being pregnant, which she could be, but that's not my thought. But be that as it may, I was listening to this one chick. I'll put her name in the description. In fact, I think I'll play the little clip at the very beginning. She was talking about basically fuck nice guys and basically fuck Lawrence, right? So that's what caught my attention. And so I'm listening to the chick, and she didn't seem to be that smart. But one thing I do like about chicks that may be not as smart, I'm not gonna call her dumb, but not as smart, is they're not smart enough to not be honest. Not smart enough to be deceptive. Because the one thing is, fuck it. One thing I like about dumb chicks is they say what they mean. Okay? They say what they mean. It comes right off the dome. Unfiltered, because they really don't know, like little kids, they really don't know how to lie. And they not mature enough to be honest. And I think this chick was that case. She was cute though. But one thing she said that struck me, and something I have pondered for years, why women hate nice guys. And for years I could never figure out why women hate nice guys. Could not figure it out. And and she said it. She actually said it. I said I couldn't believe it. It's like after 60 years the light bulb went up on the top of my head. Oh, it can't be that simple. And then when I heard it, I said, yes, it is. It is that simple. She said she does not like nice guys is because nice guys never take the blame for anything. She says bad dudes are assholes. Tell them up front they're pretty abrupt. And it is what it is, right? So in other words, it's easier to put the blame on an asshole. If a woman dates a bad guy or an asshole or a fuckboy or whatever they want to call them, they don't have to take any agency. It's not their fault. So whatever they do, if the dude is no good, then they are blameless. But with a nice guy, a guy that might do the right things, I'm not saying all nice guys do, but is invested in the relationship and he's doing the right thing. If things goes awry, she's got nobody to blame but herself. And that's really all it is. That's 100% all it is. That's why they don't like nice guys. It's because they can't blame them for anything. And they have to look in the mirror and blame themselves if something goes wrong. Say she gets in a relationship and things aren't working out, or she doesn't particularly like this particular guy, and she's looking for a way to break up with him. She can't really just break up with a nice guy because he hasn't done anything to make them break up. And if they break up, then she's got to find an excuse. She just can't say, you know what, I'm not feeling you anymore. And you don't excite me, and I need to go to the next guy because I want something new. And be honest about it, right? That would be the mature way of dealing with things. That would be the honest way of dealing with things, right? The honesty that women say that they want. Instead, she has to stay in a relationship until she can find a reason for something that he did to blame him for the relationship falling apart. Then she can split. Like maybe he come home too late, or even with Lawrence. Well, Lawrence is on the couch. Lawrence tried to start a startup. He's depressed. Okay, fine. Issa is tired of the relationship that they have because if this is it, if this is all there is, maybe I want something different, which is fine. And Lawrence wanted to talk about that. What do you mean? And as you know, in the beginning of the episode, she ran out. She didn't want to talk about it. She avoided it because she didn't want to be blamed for trying to get out of a relationship. But Lawrence is a nice guy, which is why women hate him, which is why they don't like Lawrence, okay? He might have been lazy, he might have been shiftless, but the thing is, other than him going through normal stuff what everybody goes through, normal relationship stuff everybody goes through, he really didn't do anything wrong. Did she have every right to get out of a relationship? Sure. But the relationship breaking up was not his fault. She did that. She broke the relationship. She should have been upfront and honest and split. She didn't. But Lawrence is a nice guy. That's how come they hate him. And that's why they hate nice guys. They can't blame anything on them. They can't blame anything on nice guys. They can't blame the breakup of the relationship on a nice guy. An asshole, they could have 1,000 reasons why they want to break up with him. Now, if she would stay in relationship with an asshole, he could cheat on her, he could have fights with her, he could get her pregnant, she could have 4 abortions, and she got like 1,000,000 different reasons why she should split up with the guy. 1,000,000. And when she gets tired of the guy, she can just walk out and she tell her girlfriends and everybody else, well, he was just a bad dude, and I just wanted to get out of it, and I should have never been in a relationship with him in the first place, blah, 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 blah. It is all his fault. With a nice guy, she got to do all kinds of explaining, all kinds of reasoning, all kinds of mental gymnastics. And her family and her friends will always look at her like, why you let this dude go? Just like everybody was looking at Issa, you fool. Why'd you let him go? And what you're afraid of is that with a nice guy, with a good guy, with a guy that was dependable, a guy that gave you a steady relationship, when you get out there and you leave him and you go someplace else, you know you can't come back. After the nice guy cries in his beer and he pulls himself together, gets him another woman, you know you can't come back. And you'll be looking at him, all funny. Especially if he goes on to the next relationship and does better. There's one thing I like about this particular chick, and I have to give her kudos. I had to give her a like. Then I'm going to say this, then I'm going to jump off. 1, Lawrence was a nice guy. 2, he didn't live up to Issa's expectations. 3, what she said was key. She looked at Lawrence as a meal ticket, as a way out because he has so much talent. And her meal ticket, her way out, her road out, she blew it up. And now since you blew it up and you didn't cash in your ticket, now you see that ticket is realized, you want back in. And like she says, he doesn't owe you anything, boo. Which is why they hate nice guys, because everything that they do is on them. Iyanla Vanzant said it a long time ago. With women, especially women, don't look at what they say, look at what they do. And the first person a woman lies to is herself. That's why they don't like nice guys. Is because nice guys will put the responsibility of whatever bullshit they're on back onto themselves. You can't blame him for nothing. You can't pile all your BS that you've collected in your life and pile it on in his lap and say it's your fault. That's the only reason. Women can go through a string of bad dudes and it's all their fault. You get that one nice guy that doesn't fit that mold, and she doesn't like it because she will not be able to blame anything on him. He is not her sacrificial lamb. And it took a chick that's not that bright, not bright enough to tell that same old lie that women have been telling for centuries, and actually tell the truth. Out of the mouths of babes, off come gems. And that's all I got to say. This is short and sweet, and wow, it's just like, boop, light bulb. You find truth in the strangest places. On YouTube, on the Insecure Review. Who'd have thunk it? With that, I'm out. It's BGS. And peace.